found you all on my iPad. Let's have a little look at what we're going to make and make a start. Okay, found my page. Evening everybody, welcome to my Sunday night Stampin. I hope you've all had a lovely weekend. Tonight I'm going to be sharing some Sweet as a Peach or You're a Peach Sweet, namely the stamp set, because it's lots of fun. I haven't used it yet, and I'm reserving the DSP for a team event, so I don't want to give too much away. I can see lots of you joining already. I haven't crafted yesterday, but it feels like I haven't created much for a while, so I'm looking forward to spending a little bit of time with you all. So we'll make a start, shall we? Hope you're all sitting nice and comfortably. I've got some water, no tea for me tonight, and yeah, let's get crafting. So I'll just flip my camera around and we will make a start. Okay, so let's just, so you can see what I can see. Let's have a little move up. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be using this evening, the You're a Peach Suite. If you've got your annual catalogue to hand, it's on page 60 as a suite. So you've got some beautiful colours. This is the stamp set here that I'm going to be using. Who knew we needed a peach? This is one of the sweets that leapt off the page at me when I first looked at the catalogue. I thought the colours were just really, really sweet together. I adore the sentiments in this stamp set. We've got some really nice sweet little sentiments, and then you've got some add-on bits as well, so really like this set. Of course it comes with some dies that coordinate. Who doesn't love a coordinating die? And I'm going to try and stick to something quite traditional tonight before we go a little bit wacky, as I can sometimes do. The whole suite comes in at £53, and that includes the stamp set, the dies, the designer series paper and the mini jam jars. Which look very, very sweet. I haven't got one to hand actually, or do I? No, I don't, I'm afraid. But the mini jam jars are really, really lovely. They come in a pack of 6, I believe, and they're a great size as well. So let's make a start. I've got a fresh piece of grid paper ready to make a little bit messy, and I thought what we'd do to start with is we'd start with a little bit of a one sheet wonder. So to start with, I have a piece of A5 basic white card. Okay, so this is the regular basic white, it's not the thick, and I'm gonna decorate this whole sheet with some peaches. Okay, so the two colours I'm going to be using Pale Papaya, which is one of our new in colours for 2021. It will take us right through to 2023. I'm going to pair that with a little bit of Calypso Coral. And then for my leaves, I've got some Pear Pizzazz. Old ink pads here, guys. So probably some of my least used colours apart from Papaya. So what I have here is I have the large peach stamp, okay, and then I have the smaller peaches, okay. Now the way that the smaller peaches work is that you have the leaf and then you have the peaches that go inside, okay. So we're going to do a little bit of stamping with this large peach. Now, so I've inked that up with some Pale Papaya, and then this is a really nice technique that I like with the peaches. So peaches for me are a mixture of colours. They're not all flat colour, are they? So I'm going to use my sponge dauber and I'm going to dip it into my Calypso Coral ink, which is a darker orange, and I'm just going to lightly go round the edge of my stamp. Okay, so then when we stamp that, we get a bit of a multicoloured image. Okay, so this is a distinctive stamp, which means that there's texture built into the stamp, so when you stamp you get a really intricate looking image. Okay, so I'm just going to go round. Like so. Okay. Away. So I'm just going to colour this whole sheet in with some peaches, and we'll do a mixture of this one and a mixture of the other images, shall we? Like so. I really love this stamp. Okay. So I'm just going round. Feels really dark in here tonight. Like so. And then we'll just do one more up the top. You could by all means do this with a couple of different oranges. Okay. We'll just do one up there. Okay. I do love this peach. So with the peach we have a top image. We have the leaves, of course. Okay, so the leaves really bring this to life. I'm craving some peaches now. I do like a nice peach as well, Roshni. Okay, so really like that image. So now we're going to go in with the leaf image, and you can see the way that's built in. It's designed for the peaches to kind of sit in and around there. So I'm just going to stamp this at random across my page. Leave that blank actually. And then the next image I've got is this one here, and I'm going to stamp this just with the Pal Papaya. So this will just sit inside. So one is going to go here, one is going to go in there, and one is going to go over here. So you quite literally just line it up like so, and you can see the top of the stamp, it's got little notches out of it, which is in theory where the stems will go, like so. Oh, I've just dipped that in the green. Deary me, it might be one of those evenings. And then over here, we'll do another. Over here, we've got another as well. Okay, so we've got some infill pieces that we can now do, which let's go back in. Oh, I've missed one. Over here. Like so. Let's add another big one, shall we? Bring back in our dauber, so you can see the colour difference in that the big peaches have got a little bit of kind of reddy orangey outline. Okay, so let's just pop that up there. Now I wonder what we can get in there. Shall we have a look? I don't think I'm going to get any more of that in there. Do you know what, if it overlaps, it's okay, because it's all part of the effect. Okay, so let's fill up all our spaces. Like so. Oh, not in the green, not in the green, I nearly did it again then. So I'm just going to keep going until I'm happy with my piece that is full up. Bring that one back over. So the one sheet wonders, they are quite, they take a little while to put together, but once you've done it, it's a really nice finished look, and you can kind of do so, you can do so much with it. It's a great way of creating your own designer series papers. our own patterns. Okay, so I'm nearly there with our peaches, like so. And then in here, I'm just going to close all my ink pads before I dip my hand in it. That's it, no ones are the same, Bev, that's exactly right. In here as well, we've got a really sweet little mini flower stamp, which I'm just going to stamp with Calypso Coral, just to fill up some of those gaps. Okay. Like so. Let me know what you think. So it looks a little bit crazy at the moment, but that's not a bad thing. I'm just going to grab a crumb cake blend and I'm just going to do a little bit of speckling over this, because we all know I love a bit of speckling, and it's a great way to just tone down some of that white. Okay, so there we have our piece of designer series paper. Now I've got 2 card bases here already. Okay, so both of these are cut from the thick basic white card. So let's just give that a little score, and then we're going to cut this down and we're going to layer it up. Okay. So excuse me, I'm using my old trimmer. My scoring blade fell out of my new trimmer, and it's indoors. I'm being super lazy, so I'm just going to cut this down so it measures 10 centimetres wide, and I just want to create a little bit of a matte layer. So 10 centimetres wide by 14.4. We'll have 2 of those, one for inside the card and one for outside. I saw a peach tree in bloom at the garden centre today. It had really pretty pink flowers on it, and someone else has put, love it, so summery, this is a sweet I want now, I'd overlooked it before. Oh, it's lovely. Okay, so I have my 2 pieces, and now I'm going to cut one of these down. Okay. So I'm going to bring this down. I want to take ½ centimetre off, so I'm going to go to 9.5 centimetres, and I want to turn that to 13.9, so let's just snip that bit off at the top. So here we have our lovely background piece of hand stamped designer series paper. Turn it back, and look at how lovely that is. I think that looks beautiful. So let's just stick these 2 pieces together. I'm going to stick the layer on first. The paper is so pretty, it is, isn't it? So this is not the designer series. So if I show you the designer series paper quickly, you can kind of get a feel for what it looks like. I've got a little bit of this left. So this is what one of the pieces of DSP looks like. Can you see all those beautiful colours? So I think that's actually Calypso Coral that they've used there, but I've used Pale Papaya on mine as well. So before we stick that down, let's bring some of our ribbon in, because we all love a bit of ribbon, don't we? So here I have some Pale Papaya ribbon, which goes really well with these papers, but I also have a bit of gingham, and I really like the gingham actually. And this is, I believe it's Bumblebee, this gingham. Really love the 3 little flowers. They're sweet, aren't they, Louise? So let's just pop that down. Just popped on. Did I make the paper? I did, yes, Danielle. I stamped the paper. It's just a piece of A5 paper. Okay, so let's just pop that in place where we want it. I'm just going to use some washi tape. Yes, so what I've done, Louise, is I've just quite literally stamped the paper all over with my peach stamps. And we're doing a little bit of a one sheet wonder. this on. Like so. And then we can use this ribbon to tie a little bow. Let's just snip that off for the moment. Okay, so let's think about what we want to put on there. Now let's have a look at a die, shall we? Because we love a little die. Let's see what we've got. We've got over here, let's have some tasteful label dies, shall we? And I think I'm going to go with this one here. I really like this die, it's a great shape. So let's just cut one of those out. I've got my die machine to the left of me. Just going to run that through. And I'm going to show you a really nice technique to use with these dies. It's one that I've seen some dies come out. Actually, I can't do it. So this has already got a little bit of a bevel in it, if you can see that. So that's going to go on there like so. But of course we want to do some stamping. So let's have a look what we've got in our stamps here. So we've got have a peachy day, sweet as a peach, happy birthday, thanks so much. So let's have sweet as a peach, which let's have a look what's on here. It's already out. No, have a peachy day is already out. So the way that these new inserts are designed is that the stamps now line up with that image that's printed on the insert of the stamp case. So you can put your stamps back where you need them. So we want sweet as a peach and your A, which is up here. So now let's do a little bit of stamping. Sweet as a peach. Where's my inks gone? So let's stamp in that lovely Pal Papaya. This sweet is going on my next order with some Pal Papaya paper and ink. Oh, lovely, Louise, that'll be a nice order. Bev's put, I think it will be on mine too. Which label die is that, please? Yes, you're absolutely right, Louise. It's from Tasteful Labels. Okay, so let's stamp sweet as a peach here. Perfect. And then you're as in Calypso Coral. So I love mixing and matching these inks. Cute. And then I think you'll probably know where I'm going with this. So now let's pop this on over here. I'm going to pop that on with a couple of dimensionals. We're going to put one at the top and one at the bottom, just so that that lovely ribbon sits between, so like so. And then let's add a little peach, shall we? So let's bring back in my cardstock, my white card. Have I got any scrap left? I do. Right, so we've got some scrap. Let's do a bit of stamping. So for those of you that weren't on at the beginning, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add my Pal Papaya ink, and then using the Calypso Coral, which is a darker orange, I'm just going to go around the edge to bring in that shading, which looks fab on this set. Let's give that a bit of a stamp. Lovely. And then we'll stamp our leaves in the green. Lots of stamping tonight. I don't normally do this much stamping, I don't think. And then of course, as I mentioned at the beginning, there are dies that go with these peach stamps. Okay, so you've got the one that goes around the peach and the one that goes round the leaves. So let's just layer these on. I get really scared when stamping straight on the card, as I always think it won't come out clear and it ruins my card. I do know what you mean. I would much rather do my pieces separately. Okay, So these are framelit style dies, which means they just go round our images. I like to add a little bit of washi tape just to keep those in place when I run them through. Here we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, and there's our little peach. And then on here I can put my little peach. So let's stick this down. I'm going to stick that down with a little dimensional. Now what you can do with this, and I have, this is a ball tool. It's just a craft ball tool. I'm just going to go around my peach. Hang on, let's put my foam mat. Here's my foam mat. So I've got my foam mat and I'm just going to go around the edge of that peach. And what that does is that will just curve it slightly and make it look a bit more realistic. You can pick these up most craft stores, not that I want to send you to another craft store, but that just curves it ever so slightly. Okay, and then we can go ahead and pop on our little peach leaf. Just want to change that position ever so slightly. Like so. That's better. Okay. And let's put a little bit of dimensional under that. You really don't need the DSP. You can do lots of one sheet ones. You really can, Louise. Lots of one sheets. Like so. And then we can bring our little ribbon in and we can tie a bow. I do love a bow on a card. Oops. Oh no, is it gone? There it is. You might want to close your eyes now while I tie a bow. No, that's not too bad actually. Like so, and all I'm going to do is snip the ends, 1 and 2, like so. So there we have our finished card front. I've obviously got my piece for the centre, which we can stick in. We cut this out earlier on. This is 10 centimetres by 14.4. Okay, and then I want a piece of basic white. I just want to take that down by 0.5 centimetre. So we want 13.9 by 9.5. And we can just pop that in like so. Okay, you can, if you wanted to, do a little bit more stamping in the centre there. I would probably add another peach maybe, or maybe a birthday sentiment, but that's the first card made. And obviously we've got this last piece of designer series paper left, which I'm going to use next. Okay, so let me know what you think. And then the last one, so we've got the same piece of basic white card. Okay, so we'll just give that a little straighten with our bone folder. And I want the same size piece of peach Pal Papaya card as well. So this I'm going to cut down to 10 centimetres. Lots of nice comments, ladies. I was not so sure about this stamp set, but I do like that card. Thank you, Sandra. Do I leave the inside blank? Some cards I do, some cards I don't. So a card like that, you could use that for any occasion. So I do quite like to leave them blank if they're for any occasion, because I like to write quite a bit and I've got quite big writing. For those of you that have ever received cards from me will probably vouch for that. And then someone's put stunning, Stacey. Thank you very much. Very nice of you, ladies. Okay, so I have my two pieces now. Again, one for the inside and one for the outside. So this is going to go on like so. And then this one, I'm going to cut it down slightly. So we know that this measurement here is, let me just take this down again, sorry. We know that this measurement here is 14.4. Okay, so let's take that down by half. So we want 13.9. And then let's have downward strips. So if we take half a centimetre off of this, we're at 9.5, okay? So I want 3 strips that are 3 centimetres each. And this is one of my favourite ways to use patterned paper on my cards. 1, 2, oops, 3. And that piece is a spare piece that we will use somewhere else. So let's bring this piece back in, and then what we're going to do is we're going to just line these up on our card like so, which is a really nice way to use up designer series paper or something like this, a one sheet wonder. Oh, there's lots of glue on there. Let's just take some of that off. So let's layer these on. That's our next piece. Am I going to do a class with a Sweet Peach Suite? Of course I am. It will probably be in June, but I'm not sure yet. I need to finalise some other bits and pieces first. But yes, I will be doing a Sweet Peach class. How can I not? Look at it, it's beautiful. There we have it. So that's another way to just utilise that. And when you pop that on a card, I think that looks really, really nice. Okay, so again, let's do a similar sort of style. Where is my ribbon? Here's my ribbon. Let's use this Power Papaya ribbon this time. And we'll do the same, shall we? So we'll just pull that nice and tight. Lay on a bit of washi. 1 and then 2. I'm definitely in if I can do just the class without the stamp and dies, as I can't wait to get it before. Yes, of course, Louise. I always do a few options with my classes, so that's fine. I think you're on my mailing list. Let's have a look. Just cut off our ribbon. And with this one, I am going to tie my bow at the edge already. I do really like this ribbon, it's really pretty. There we are, just trim down my little edges like so, and then we've just got a little sentiment to go in. Well, we have that piece there, which is for our centre. So for our centre, what we'll do is we'll add a piece of white in and then a little strip like so, just to utilise that last piece. Okay, so for this, let's use, where are my stamps gone? Here they are. Let's have Happy Birthday, shall we? So let's take out Happy Birthday. And let's have a strip of, should we do white or should we do peach? I think peach would look nice, don't you? So let's have a look what I've got here. I have some spare peach cardstock. Let's cut down a strip that is, let's go for 2 centimetres, shall we? Let's go 2.5, no 2. Oh, decisions this evening. And Actually, let's see, before we do that, let's see what it looks like when it's stamped with Pal Papaya. Can't really see it. What does it look like? We can see it, but I think it blends in a little bit much. So let's see what the Calypso Coral looks like. Oh, the Calypso Coral is nice, isn't it? Let's do that, shall we? So let's bring our piece of card in. And let's stamp some Happy Birthday this end. Like so. Let's snip down this little edge. And then this is just going to go on there like so. But before we stick that down, where are my dies? Okay, so now let's stamp those lovely peaches. Don't know if I'm coming or going now, ladies. My desk is such a mess. Where are the peaches gone? Here they are. Let's stamp the lovely peaches like so, and let's stamp the leaves separately. Put those to one side. It's all about the layering. I do love a bit of layering. So now we have the die that goes round the edge of those leaves. I feel like I need to do a bit of a fruit salad with the peaches and the strawberries. But I'll save that for another day, I think. Like so. Okay. So let's just run those through. So there is my leaf, and the peaches I have separately. Okay, so now let's try and organise this on the card. Let's see what we have. We've got 1, we've got 2, and we've got 3. Okay, so the best thing to put these on with is a bit of glue dots. These and oh dear, I've got them stuck to my fingers. Just have one there. I have one up here. And then at the bottom, we'll just have another one. You could by all means stamp this and fussy cut it out. So let's now put that on our card. I'm going to pop that on with some dimensionals, of course. 1, 2, and 3. Like so. And then our little sentiment is here, which now that we've added that, we just need to cut down ever so slightly. Much better. Okay, let's angle both sides. Lovely. Let's just stick a little dimensional underneath there. Lovely. Okay, and then the last bit we need to do, we just need to put a piece of basic white inside, which we will do. Okay, so we already have our peach piece, so we need to cut one that is 9.5 by 13.9. Here is my peach piece, so let's layer these together. Honestly, I wish you could see the mess that I've made, the full mess. And then we have our last piece that we can just stick on like so down the edge of our card. Turn it over. What's the trick at remembering all the layers? So for me, Louise, it's quite literally just 0.5 centimetre smaller every time, okay? And there we have it. So that is our second finished card of the evening with our piece of One Sheet Wonder. The only piece I have left, I have this piece left over, and that is it from my one sheet. So pretty impressive. I'll pop the measurements on my blog post tomorrow with all of this information. So I have used the Sweet as a Peach stamp set with matching dies, the peach dies, easy to remember their name. I've created a one sheet wonder, so I've stamped all over a piece of A5 cardstock with my background images. And then I have added them to cards. So for this one here, I've used one large sheet at the back and then added my little label die. And here I've cut my pieces down into 3 centimetre strips and layered them together with the pattern continuing to match. Okay, inside we've got a little bit of detail, and in this one we've got no detail, so we've got it nice and blank. So that's it from me tonight. As always on a Sunday, I will always give these 2 cards away to people that stay on and watch till the end. All you need to do is comment yes please in the comments, and then tomorrow night at 8:30 I will do a little random draw, and someone will win these 2 cards, and I'll send them to. It's only available to my UK customers or followers. I'm so sorry about that, but just postage charges at the moment are going a little bit crazy, so just available to my UK followers. Pop your yes please in the comments and the draw will be tomorrow. All of these products are available to purchase from my online store, or you could add them to a starter kit at the moment, which is £99, and you choose £154 worth of products. You'll be able to join my team and reap lots of benefits and rewards, plus also get 20% off any future orders you place. If you wanted any more information on that, please let me know, and I'll send you more information. Any questions, just ask. If not, have a lovely evening. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 AM for something a little bit similar to this. I do hope you can join me. So have a great evening, and I hope to speak to you all very, very soon. Take care. Bye for now, everyone.